Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. If it was a dollar,
Hell
I would
yeah.
appreciate it. Definitely, all love, bro. All love.
Definitely, man. Yeah, I was just trying to hop up, man, to confirm that, man. It's getting past my bedtime,
Yeah, you know what?
whatnot, man.
Yeah, I'm
But
probably be wrapping it up too soon. I just had to jump. I just want to jump up. I'm still like adjusting my training wheels, bro. You know, it's just the second live I did since a couple days ago.
definitely, man.
You know what I'm saying? I plan on doing
Definitely.
a lot more and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like having fun with it. It's like this monetization straightened out. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, I'm digging that the story time, bro.
yeah, I
I'll
think
be
people
like,
think that. I think people think it's probably like my main content now, but nah, I appreciate everybody who was watching them. But that was just me like having fun. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, somebody else back here. Let me see. Let me see. Add to stage, Mr. West. Mr. West, what's going on, brother?
What's going on, good brother? How you doing, man? Hopefully my mic is good. My mic is coming in good.
Yeah, you sound good to me, bro. You sound good to me, bro.
Appreciate it,
what's going on, brother?
man. Hey, what's going on with you, good brother? How you? Peace and respect to the chat, man.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Hey,
man. What's happening?
peace and respect to everybody out there, man. Having a,
No doubt.
that's fortunate to be here tonight, man. I'm just glad I'm breathing, man.
That's a
Real
Yes,
fact.
shit,
sir. Yes,
you
sir.
know.
I feel that. No.
That's a whole fact. Shout out to everybody for pulling up. You know what I'm saying? I'm a type of
Word.
person. Whenever I go live, I'm never looking for a specific number of people, anything to pop up. Cause I'm gonna
Mhm.
talk my shit regardless. It don't matter if it was three people, honestly. But I definitely
There you
appreciate
go.
what you did. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely had to
Hell
come through,
yeah.
man. When I was seeing you were live, because actually I was just chilling until I actually looked at my phone and was like, "Oh, you live? Let me come through
Yeah,
and just holler at my bro and give support." You know what I mean?
yeah, I appreciate you, bro. With me, you don't. It's never like no. I don't never like plan my joints, bro. I'm so spontaneous when I feel like just talking. I just jump on that thing, just start running my mouth, bro.
I feel you. 'Cause I know eventually I'm
Yeah.
gonna start doing the same thing. I've been meaning to make some content, do all this for a minute. Eventually, I'm gonna get it together. Right now, I'm trying to get my headset together, and so
Hmm.
everything I'm doing is through a phone. You know what I mean? So once I get myself set and good, I can jump on and start going live. And when I go live, I don't want to regurgitate stuff, talk about stuff that everybody else is talking about. I just want to come out and just do like
Right.
you doing. You know what I mean? Just come out and just talk. You know what I mean?
I can't
Is,
wait.
is this the brother that oh, I don't mean to cut you off. This the brother that made the autism video you was talking about?
Oh no, that was Frankie
That was
Blanco.
Frankie.
Hey, I don't know if he's still in it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was interested in that. I wanted to see that.
Yeah, I had shit
Oh,
it out
man.
on my wall. I don't know if it's still up there, but if not, let me in fact I'll go to his channel right now and share it out again. Let me see.
Yeah, I'm gonna peep that one. Does the brother on the panel? What's your name, brother?
My name is Keith, but I go by Mr. West. I got that from Goddess Dear Love. She actually blessed me with that name. You know what I mean? So I was like, all
Oh,
right, because
okay,
before it was just Keith
okay,
West. You know what I mean?
okay, Mr. West, man. Nice to meet you, bro. I'm Alec, man. Everybody just call
Hey,
me
nice,
Gone, man.
hey,
Yeah,
nice to meet you, good brother. No doubt, no
nice to
doubt.
meet you, brother. Yeah, I'm gonna check you out, man. Hopefully, Realist post your shit up on the wall, man. Peep you out.
No doubt. No doubt. I know the content that I have right now, I've really just put it up there because I know my daughters is on YouTube and they got their channel where they're drawing animations and stuff. But me, I just posted videos of me and my daughters and son hanging out. You know what I'm saying? Then there's other stuff that I've been reading and studying and, just kind of being a journeyman on YouTube, going to different channels, sometimes listening to what's going on in the chat. I really don't hit panels like that either, man. I'm just more of a listener and observer.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm kind of like that now, man. Like I was telling the homie, man. I only been on a few panels. You feel me? On a few of them because I felt like they were cool. I love the vibes in it. You know, Selena being one
Hmm.
of them. My big bro, Step, and I met Realist through Step. So, it's only a few people that I frequent on here, and just because you get the vibes, you know what I mean. The vibes are cool and all that, and it feels so inviting, and then you want to hop up and have these dope ass conversations, with brothers around the country or even the world. You know what I mean? Because it's a lot of African brothers and sisters, and there's a lot of UK people on here for whatever
Oh yeah,
reason. There's a lot
China
of UK
too. Actually,
people.
a lot of people in
Hmm.
China too, man. I got into a couple conversations with people across China and you name it, man. So the internet's everywhere. And my thing is just listening to certain conversations. You know, sometimes people don't realize the things that you say and do, they're forever on the internet. You know what I mean? So you got to be careful how you address people, you know, and all the drama that goes back and forth. Not that I'm trying to bring none of that here because that's not what I'm about. But I try to avoid that, man. I hang out, I listen, and then once the foolery starts, I gotta make my way out. Like, yeah, I can't be with that energy. You know what I mean? Because that's where all that back and forth goes in, and I'm not trying to corrupt that, especially with my daughters. You know what I mean? They're on YouTube. They're following me. So whatever thing that I share out or I, you know, speak on, they're gonna hear it. You know what I mean? So you got to be careful how you go about things. You know, everything is not content. I mean, that's just
Yeah,
me going to different places and listening and observe. You know what I mean?
right, right. Man, I was raw and uncut, man. Anybody would tell you when I got on here, man. If I ever come back, if I come back, I'm gonna change my language, the tone of it, when I come back. It doesn't mean that I'm gonna be edited, but I definitely want to be more user friendly too. I want a lot more people to understand why I make the content I make and understand. Oh, oh,
Yeah, Dome.
Okay.
Dome. That's like one of my day ones, man. Like he said, we met through another brother named Step went on here. He don't be on here as much, but like honestly, like if it had not been for people like Dome and Step, like I might have probably not even have been on here this long because like I said, it came to a point where it was like, okay, if I'm gonna be on this app, let me actually do some content. Because you know, a lot of people they just on here to ruin other folks' lives and shit, bro. You know, when I seen all of that and I was around certain people who was indulged in that, I'm like, I gotta get away from that. You know, because I'm a positive person. That's that negative energy. It make you know what I'm saying? Like it almost like put me, you know what I'm saying? It almost brought me down that path where it's like I don't want to be going back and forth with fools on here. You know what I'm saying? This app, it could be crazy as hell, but we definitely got to remember there's some good people on here who got good intentions at the same time. You know what I mean?
The
definitely.
crazy thing, the crazy thing is the majority of people who are like that, man, they're like in lower numbers. They don't really get the recognition or attention. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Ain't that a
And
shame?
but you know what? That's a good thing because only a chosen. Just like me, whenever I start doing what I'm doing, I'm not expecting a big crowd to come in and a big audience. Only a few people need to hear what I gotta say. You know what I mean, and I'm not doing it to be popular or cool or trendy or to make money off this app because I got a job. Now, for people who don't have a job, you know, do what you have to do. You know what I mean? But all this negativity and foolishness, you know what I mean? Why sell yourself short to fit in with bull crap? You can do your own thing. You know, that's my thing.
Nah, you're right.
Right.
You're right. You know what I'm saying? They they be reaching. You know they like I call that like that's literally like selling your soul because you know that's the reason, like you say, you know, for financial gain. That's actually the reason why a lot of people do the things that they do. You know what I'm saying? Like I got to be able to sleep at night. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know how half the people could do some of the shit they do on here. They could close the app like nothing and go about their merry day. Like, didn't you just explain? You just put somebody deceased mama up there. Like, you don't remember that? Like, how can you feel? You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't even associate with that shit,
Not good, man. Kids get involved in it. You know what I mean? They get to putting pictures of kids up there and all that. I'm
man.
like, nah, I'm cool, man. I'd rather stay away from all that negativity, man. They do it for entertainment. If something happens, then what? You know what I mean?
That's
Uh,
Definitely.
that's just it right there. You know, like I don't wish nothing on nobody, but I ain't gonna lie. Like had there been an example where a few folks got that ass whipped, maybe they would have seen. Okay, so it can happen. I ain't wishing nothing on nobody, but I'm saying if they would have seen that it was possible, maybe half the people wouldn't be seen. I've heard some stories of people pulling up, but I ain't never really heard nothing like too crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Man, it's people getting pulled up on right now, and they still talking. Like
I
it's
believe
people
it.
in a whole
mhm.
nother sector. they fighting all the damn time, and then that person that get beat up still talking. I'm like, man, it's in some people, man. They like drama. Some people just love. It's really not even the drama; it's the attention, and then the
Mhm.
attention
That
creates the
that
drama because they
that.
ain't never had attention. So when it's a lot of people fist fighting on here, it's like, oh, I'm big and bad. Like I never seen so many tough guys and so many gangsters on here, but
Mm,
in their real life, nobody pays them no attention, no mind. That's what be
mm-hmm.
crazy. Because
Mhm.
why would
That
you
part.
need that kind of attention when you get on here? That's just my thing.
That's a fact.
And, then, and that's a fact. And you know what gets me? You got some, and again, I'm not shooting at nobody in particular because if you're good at what you do, you're good at what you do. But I see so many teachers, preachers, masters, experts, motivators. I see so many of these people in this area. Nobody admits that they want to be a student. They don't know everything. I hear that a lot too. Where people just they know everything, but don't nobody know everything at the same time. You know what I mean? So it's like you're mixing it up. You want people. It's like a church. You're bringing people into the church, and you're bringing people to go your way with things, but you won't admit that you don't know. I mean, like so many, it's like everybody's a chief, but nobody wants to be that Indian. You know what I mean? That part of the group or whatever it may be. Like that's why I don't rock with groups. I don't rock with none of that. I go solo and I listen to what's going on and I feel for what's right for me. And whatever works for me, I take it. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And I leave the rest behind. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I've been doing that since I got on YouTube, man. That's why I only hop on a few panels, man. I've been doing that since day one, man. There's only a few people that I get the vibe from and the energies from. And then I look how crazy the chat is. You feel me? And I look how disorganized shit is ran. You know what I mean? If the content creator don't have everything in check and they're running their platform to a certain way, I'm like I'm good, man. I'll just watch, I'll just listen, I'll observe and read it like a book.
See, that's exactly how I get down. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Obviously, I'm not. Glad I'm not the only one that goes by that kind of, observance, just observing and checking out the chat. Because I really don't hit panels, man. I really don't. But my boy Realist, I had to come through. You know what I mean? Because there's definitely good energy with him. You know what I mean?
I appreciate you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing but positive energy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes, sir.
and to go back to what I was just saying just a few minutes ago, the thing that be so crazy about a lot of these situations, like I gotta be looking at these fools like they ain't human or something, bro. Because with me, it has to be an end game. Like whether we're talking about real life or online, like if I do have a situation with somebody, right? Let's say we going back and forth. With me, it has to be an end game. There's people who were beefing for like 2 years straight, some longer than that. I ain't no way in hell I got the energy for that. Like you don't like you mean tell me knowing how short life can be, you want to spend like years going back with a person that you ain't never met at all and ain't never gonna meet. That just sound crazy as hell.
Yeah. To be honest with you, I even heard somebody tell me one day that a lot of times these beefs or these arguments, they're all set up backstage. So they like plan
Mm-hmm.
these events to happen. And then they put it out there and they go back and forth. And people are thinking it's a real beef when really all they're doing is just playing a game, like wrestling. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
that makes you think like what is real, what is not. I'll tell you what, y'all go ahead and do that. I'm not feeling the energy with that, so I'm not playing. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna play your
Right.
little game. It's crazy, man.
Yeah. I don't know which one is worse, you know what I'm saying? Like and what that come down to is, like I say about the whole selling the soul thing, when it come down to them clicks, man, them clicks and them donations, you know what I'm saying? Like people go that far with it, to set up something like, I don't know, I can't be doing all that, man. That shit crazy. You know what I'm saying? You know, nah, I can't be doing that. I don't know. But just like It's like Shay said in the chat. It's not all YouTube. It's just like certain size and shit. Like I used to go around different sections, to see what was going on and stuff like that. But now I just stay in my own lane, man. That's kind of why I just started like doing my. That's what got me to start up my lives and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, why not? Why not just do my own thing, stay in my own lane? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's how I was feeling, bro. That's why I was always going live and shit. I think I just stopped feeling YouTube. I think
Hmm.
it's just like sometimes you need a break.
Yeah.
And the break that I've been on from YouTube has been incredible, right? Especially, you only watch a few people, then you get off, right? You say what you gotta say on your post, and then you get off. And
Right.
it's so refreshing to get your mental back, your spirit back. I light candles up and I get to read a book, and it's just incredible because I was on YouTube going, straight for so long that now I've been on this break. You don't know if you ever want to come back, man, because you're now in tune with real life and shit now. So it's this like the first time I actually ever really talked in a long time on YouTube, man.
Right. Like I
Not typing.
like we got some classic joints. You know what I'm saying? Because honestly, if it probably wasn't for you with Step, I probably would have never even got into going live like that. You know what I'm saying? I've had people say, "Yo, we want to hit the panel and stuff like that," but it ain't never nothing personal. Nobody. I just got to be feeling it. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, this is only the second live I did in 2 years, something like that. If I'm not feeling it 100%, I ain't gonna get up there. I want to make sure I could, add something or say something that somebody could walk away with. I'm not gonna get up there just to like run my mouth. You know what I'm saying? But want to make sure people like, I actually got a reason to get up there and all that.
Right.
So,
Yeah, the story times is dope, man. I mean, I'm pretty
yeah.
sure a lot of people leave with something with the story times, man. So, I mean, if you go live and do story times, to me, it wouldn't matter how you present it. It's something different. You know what I mean? Because you giving us a piece of your life and shit. You know?
Yeah. And the crazy thing is, shout out to Black Money. I don't know if he's still in there, but he was the one who like gave me the idea to even do that. You know what I'm saying? Because like on here, story times they're like a popular thing. You know what I'm saying? Like all these bigger YouTubers at one point in time they was doing story times. I don't got a whole bunch of stories, nothing like that to tell, but I figured once I did that one, I was like, all right, let me do another one. And it's like, all right, and I do remember this other time too. You know what I'm saying? But I think people started thinking that was my core content. But nah, it was just a few stories I got out the way. You know what I'm saying? If I happen to think of some more, I'll probably post it. But as far as YouTube, I'm just like coasting and chilling right now. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really taking nothing serious. I ain't stressing no numbers, nothing like that. And anybody that support whatever I'm doing, I appreciate it. You know what I mean? I'm just gliding right now, basically.
Man, just have fun with it, man. That the best advice I could give any YouTuber that's new or old that wants to get on here and experience the real YouTube world and YouTube community, if you will, is be yourself and
Hmm.
don't expect too much from it. A lot of people, are quitting their jobs trying to be on YouTube and it might
Facts.
not pay off like that, man. Some YouTubers happen to get really big and that's cool, but it doesn't necessarily mean that that's going to be you. And you really want to make this shit fun because when it starts becoming drill sergeant and shit, you're gonna lose people. You're gonna have your core audience that you had before. They're gonna typically dip. They're gonna start leaving, and then you're gonna start getting more um zombies, if you will, more bot type supporters. Like, you know what I mean? Like the people that were supporting you up off top for the shit that you were doing when you first got in there, those are the people that you want around because they were there when you were organic and shit. And when you start drifting, you start getting the energy that you don't want. So don't look at this shit. View this shit as social media. You know what I mean? And don't view it as anything more than that.
Solid advice. That's solid advice. Yeah. I've definitely seen a lot of content creators, man, just take this YouTube so serious that they got cliques, they got groups, they got posses, and it's like they live in a second life. You know what I mean? Like their real actual life ain't really doing what it do. So they get online and they live in this fantasy world. Then they get caught in titles and labels,
Mm-hmm.
and then they get following, and then they get big headed. You know what I'm saying? That's why my motto has been unplugging. Unplugging definitely seems to be the new peace of mind nowadays. You know what I mean? Unplugging and getting off this app and just looking around you and doing something with your physical reality instead of investing your time on this digital virtual reality. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Yeah. Need that mental reset at times, you know what I mean? For real.
Talk, close YouTube and pick up a book. You know what I mean? Spend some time outside in nature, walk outside barefooted in the grass or something. You know, dude, then that's what I do. You know what I mean? I don't get on YouTube and I'll check in every now and again. You know what I mean? Other than that, man, I'm with my kids, I'm working, doing what I gotta do, trying to grow my physical growth again. You know what I mean? I want it to,
I think I think I think social media, man, my brothers, I think social media is that. I think it should be a place where you gather around and you get social for extended time, a certain period of time. Like I try to give myself like a month or a couple of weeks off of social media, right? Like the only time I'm on it is if I'm ordering clothes or shit like that. And then when I come back, I can engage socially with people when it's new. It starts becoming a new experience. Like today, like this shit just feels so new. And even the homie, he didn't even know how to work the thing because it's been so long, right? It's been so long, right? Really, since you've been live.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's
So
like,
crazy
dude,
as hell. I'm like, damn. I'm like, yo, y'all gotta help me, son.
that's
It's been a minute.
that's what I'm saying, dude. And I'm gonna feel like that when I come back. And that's the feeling that you want to have as a human being. This social technology shit is good, but it's cons to it too. If you abuse it, you
That's
start becoming addicted to it, and you start seeking so much attention that you start it starts becoming a figment of your imagination a little bit. You start picturing YouTube as real life. You start thinking like all these people really my friends, and like the brother said before, you got these posses, but in real life you don't have no posse. You know what I mean? So it's like you have to take breaks, or this app will mentally crumble you. You know?
look at it this way, right? Think about way back in the 70s, the 80s, even the 90s back then. You know what I'm saying? Or matter of fact, even be better with it. Let's go in the 60s with the civil rights and everything. They didn't have the
Mm,
technology that we had. They still found a way to communicate and bond together. Now that we have this technology at our fingers, you would think that we would be more connected, more unified, and more things would be manifested. You know what I mean? But
mm-hmm.
instead, we got these beefs, we got these crews, we got these titles and labels, what group you're with. We're divided here. You know what I mean? I'm not saying like all of us, but the majority of YouTube that get the most attention, they spread this divisiveness. So
mhm.
now,
Facts.
looking at everything from a grand scale of it all, it's like, dude, is it even worth to get involved? You know what I mean? And like you said, there's some genuine people out there, like Realist, you know what I'm saying? And so many others. There's some genuine people out here who really
Mm-hmm.
have something to say, really something to contribute. You know what I mean? But it's hard to get them where they need to go because of all the foolishness. But that, like you said, that could be a good thing too, because not all information is good information. And not all information need to go to everybody. Some stuff is gonna stick, some stuff ain't gonna stick. You know what I mean?
Facts. That was well worded, my brother. I always told. I think. when Realist, I think the last time he was over on my shit,
Mm-hmm.
I took the Spider Man, use your powers for good. I've been using that, and it's like when people, I believe it was Spider Man that did that, and when you on these apps and these phones on your apps, and you're using them for destruction. Oh, you
Mm-hmm.
want to meet up, this and that, and I've been sort of semi sucked in it too. I've had my times where
Yeah,
it
me
sucks
too.
you in, yeah, and it'll suck you in because you're just on it too much, and then you take a back, you take a back step, and you take a couple of weeks off, and you're like, dude, this is the internet. This technology is supposed to be used to enhance human people.
Mm,
Right,
You know,
right.
I'm talking to brothers, y'all probably on the East Coast, the South, wherever you at, and I'm talking through you through this phone. You know what I mean? And we could be talking to people everywhere around the world, but we have so many ignorant uh people on here. I'm watching my language. That want to use it for, oh, I'll hit you up, I'll find you, I'll pull up. Like I don't understand. Like, why do y'all put so much energy into pulling up to people you don't know? But a lot of these people don't pull up to their family that they
Mm,
do know.
mm,
mm, mm-hmm.
real talk.
I'm trying to tell you, man. You know, that's in relation to what I had said before, where it's like, and it's amazing what a platform, because people, a lot of people, they don't get it, right? Just like you say, with these platforms, they come a little bit of influence, even if it's a small, even if you got a small platform or a big platform, because at the end of the day, you know, it's a platform, you got influence. Whether people want to admit that or not, sometimes you do have that. But if you put that shit in the hands of the wrong person, it'll be liable to cause damn World War III. You know what I'm saying? It's like not everybody deserves to have a platform and that influence, because not everybody's intentions is good. You know what I'm saying?
Mm, major
That part,
facts.
man. That
Major
part.
facts. Man.
It's too many. It's too many. Like I said, mentioned before, too many attention seekers. And a lot of these people were clowns back in the day when they were coming up. So now that they didn't, showed their, I don't know if we could say ass on here, but hopefully y'all don't strike the bro. They're showing their ass.
Very good, bro.
Um, they're getting their attention, and then their attention becomes a drug. They're like, oh, dang, I'm getting numbers, I'm getting cash apps for, oh, I pulled up on her. Let me pull up on her. And I'm going to fight her because I'm getting so much attention. I never had this much attention before. And then it starts becoming a drug. That's how a drug is
Mm,
something that you get hooked on and you start getting addicted to it. And then you need more of it. So, oh, I'm getting paid for this. Let me keep doing this shit. I'm going to pull up on everybody. It's ridiculous. Like a lot of and then top it off, a lot of these people be like, 45 to 50 or 60 up.
Mm-hmm.
mm,
They're your mom's homegirl. You know what I mean? Your mom's mom and shit. You know what I mean? Your grandma and shit. You know what I mean? So it's like, dude, like you guys got to lead by example. We can't be mad at the generation when they talking about lean and all that when you're 45 years old pulling up on somebody to beat their ass. You know what I mean? Over some YouTube.
They
You
be
know,
saying,
excuse my language.
definitely. You good. Definitely a bad example. They set a lot of bad principles and examples on this app. And I'm not demonizing it like that, but that's why when you get adults like myself and us that are on this panel right now, and even in the chat, when we get adults that come together and we just put our heads together and we speak and we just kind of point out the pros, the cons of things, that's what help builds. You know what I'm saying? All this, let's get together, let's join this group and let's build this and let's do this. All that ego stuff starts to mix in, then these groups start turning on each other. I done seen it happen. You know what I mean? I'm sure we all seen it happen. So yeah, man. Cooler heads always prevail, man. And if I can get
Oh,
up
I've been
with brothers like you brothers, I wouldn't mind jumping on, their channels and panels. It's a good, it's feel good. You know what I mean?
Likewise.
Yeah, I wanted to add on what you were saying too, brother. And sometimes because I victimized myself, and by victimize, I know what I was doing consciously. And me and Realist, we had a little tidbit back and forth. Like I hate bringing it up, but that's what the YouTube does. And it's not even just
Mhm.
YouTube; it's the social media, man. And then when you
Yeah.
can have a conversation man to man with somebody, you're like, damn,
Right.
I was making the shit a bigger thing because the internet amplifies shit. It makes it a little
Yeah.
bit bigger. You know what I mean? You don't want to feel like uh your shit's being used or somebody's taking your intellectual anything like that. And it's like, bro, like we're all on the internet. It's like I don't own the information to shit. So that's where you're like in your head, it's like, damn, dog, like fuck, I should have stepped back and just realized shit is information. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? Anybody can obtain it, and that's what social media, it breaks a lot of people because you get hooked on that drug. You get hooked on that YouTube, and I got that from Scorpio. So she always, uses YouTube as a drug, and it's a fantastic analogy too because once you get that YouTube drug, it's hard to put it down. I'm
Mm.
telling
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Nah, you're right, man. I'm actually, that was nah, that was a good point. I'm glad you did bring that up though, Dome, because you know, like I said before, Dome was, one of the day ones. You always been the homie, you always been nothing but respect. But I felt the same way. And the thing is, when we had a misunderstanding, because that's all it was too. What we did was we wanted to show everybody, yo, it don't have to be the back and forth falling out and keep it going type shit. It don't have to end on that note. What we did was we had got on the panel and we had a conversation, a real heart to heart, like some real men in front of everybody. Not just for our own sake, but to show people. The shit you see on this app, it don't have to end like that. It's like that because they want it to be like that. But communication is a mug, man. You know what I'm saying?
it
Hmm.
to add on to that because that video is still up. But that was years ago. You have to be open to, like, you can't be a
Right.
closed-minded person with like, oh, I'm just right, I'm just right. Otherwise, you're letting that YouTube drug take effect, bro. And I'm telling you, anybody that's listening to this, I know you might say you ain't gonna take the YouTube drug, but when you get in that predicament, it's gonna happen. You know what I mean? I was like, oh no, I can never do that. Even though we it's water under the bridge. It wasn't nothing that serious. You know what I mean? And I'm
Right.
glad that the broski could just hop up. We could talk like men. But with other people, they don't want to admit they're wrong
Exactly.
and they don't want to be open minded. Just be like, oh shit, my bad, Pimpin. I felt like such and such. It's like, nah, I know this and that. I'm the hardest. Or I knock you down. Woo, woo, woo. It's just like, damn, bro. Like y'all, y'all got all this animosity and hatred for people that you don't know over a little misunderstanding, and it was little. And I'm
Yeah,
glad
yeah.
it got stopped. I'm glad it got stopped before. And real men can settle this shit, man. They can have a conversation, man. I'm never too big to say where I'm wrong. And a
Exactly.
lot of that, a huge a portion of that was me, and ego and all that shit. I can admit that.
I felt the same. I felt the same way. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it come down to. It come down to ego and all that. And ever since that, like I've never seen anything like that ever since. Like everybody, all these different situations with people on here, but I can't tell you the last time I've seen people actually get on the panel or at least say, you know what, that ain't need to happen. My bad, son. Whether woman or male, like just what I think 2 days ago, I seen two dudes going at it, getting crazy on the panel, yelling, this, that, and the third. It was the immaturity for me. I'm like, yo, y'all know it's not that deep, bro.
Hmm.
Y'all got bad people watching y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, but maybe our situation was different because there was an actual respect there. Anybody, these other
Yeah.
fools, they ain't got no respect for nobody, man. You know what I'm saying?
we never had a problem before though. So it was always the same. Matter of fact, we it's just as normal too. So people might say, "Oh, it's fake" or whatever. We're just as normal as we was prior before
Right,
that
right.
shit. Like he supports my shit, I support him. You know what I mean? And when he had these dope lives, I'm trying to show up, man. I'm gonna show some love. Just like man, he been showing me love. You know what I mean? Since I've been going live on my shit. You know what I mean? We patched that shit up. He always on my shit. So I gotta show the respect. You know what I mean?
You already. But
No,
bottom line, you know, it just shows you, with people, it's all about intention, man. If your intentions is good, you can tell when somebody's intentions is good or whatever. Because this is an app and there's a screen and a keyboard or a phone. It's like people are okay with the fact that okay, I can act a fool, I can do whatever, for the donations and all that, and I can just put it down, act like ain't nothing happened. But it's like this, I tell people I'm the same person on this thing I am off. And I know I gotta feel good with myself when I get off of it. You know what I'm saying? But maybe some of the people can live with this with some of the shit they be doing. I don't know. But that's on them. You know what I'm saying? They gotta deal with that.
that's that's another thing about YouTube I noticed too. You know what I mean? A lot of people they do have a lot of these beefs, problems that go on. A lot of times they're not even happy with their own stuff. I mean, they can't
Mm-hmm.
look at their own stuff, let alone try to deal with anything else. I mean, so just sitting there listening to you brothers, like I said, I mean, I'm still new to you know what I mean, to my man here. Brothers, I'm still new to you guys, but just listening to your story, how y'all came together and just like buried the hatchet. I mean, you don't hear that often. You know what I mean? If not at all, especially on any social network at all. So if I could
Oh,
just get around good brothers like these brothers, man, I'll be good.
I'm gonna this, my brother. I mean, I don't know how long you've been on YouTube. YouTube is a jungle. I don't want people to ever get it misconstrued by listening, Realist, or even if anybody goes to my shit. YouTube is a jungle, man. It's a whole different section, a sector of people that dox each other. Um, they talk shit about people's babies and they pull up on people and they literally fist fighting like it's some people that just are uncivilized on here, man. And be careful on who you mess with, bro. You sound like a real astute brother, and you sound like you have a lot of common sense. So I don't think you're gonna mess with those crowds, man. I mean, you could watch from afar because I always want to see who's who, whether it's the beef sector or whatever sector. I watch from afar, and then I see, oh, okay, this person might have a brain, and then you start testing their brain on different topics and shit like that. But yeah, this YouTube shit, it can suck you in, and then you kind of get blackballed in a way, even though it's YouTube and it's electronic. You get blackballed by people not want to mess with you because you probably mess with their favorite YouTuber or something
Mm-hmm.
like that. It's just so many YouTube politics, my bro. Like you don't even understand it, man. And my best advice for you, like I said, I don't know how long you've been on here, bro, but I wish people would have gave me this advice, even though I use it. Don't click up with nobody. Just be cool with every. If a person is cool with you, just be cool with them, man. But don't run with no gangs. It's like your mom and your dad telling you don't take that cigarette with them peoples on the street. Just show love and keep it pushing, bro. Like I no click, no gang. I show up where I want to show up, and I show love to everybody. But I'm not a gang. No, it's a lot of gangs and it's a lot of YouTube politics, brother. And you gonna learn that.
Let me let me share some of my story a little bit here. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Now I've been on YouTube maybe like 3 years now. You know what I'm saying? Maybe even longer. But I really just got on just to like put videos and share videos with my daughters and son of us when we used to hang out. They're older now, but the
Mhm.
sectors that I started in was the whole Pan African Aboriginal
Oh, okay.
environment. You know what I'm saying? So that's the environment I come from. You know what I mean? And I
That's
never
the conscious sector, right?
chose
That's what like Pharaoh and them.
that. Right, that's the sector I come
Oh,
from, the whole
okay.
conscious, quote unquote, conscious sector.
Okay.
That's why I made the comment earlier about how everybody's claiming to be a teacher, a motivator, this and the third. But in
Yeah.
reality, they really don't know these things. All they're doing is regurgitating other people's material. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of good people that I get along with. I get along with a lot of Pan Africans. I get along with the Aboriginals or Indian, however you want to call it. You know, I get along with everybody. But every now and again, they go back and forth, and they're like, "Well, which are you going with?" I'm like, "I'm not going with either." You know what I mean? Because I'm all of it. I'm African. I'm an Indian. I'm all of that shit. So I can't just put myself in one little box.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Well, if you're cool with us, you can't go over there. You know what I mean? And if you're cool with them, then you can't come over this way. And I'm like, I'm gonna go
Mhm.
anywhere I want to go. This is
But
the
see, I
internet. If I close it, everything stops when I close my app. You know what I mean? So I never got caught up with the whole picking sides and picking groups and who's with who. I don't do that. You know what I mean?
I don't even know where that came from,
Do
brother. That sounds like some slave shit, man. Like to me, we're all black. We're all black.
Right.
It's like it's like what Malcolm X said. We're all black at the end of the day, man. We could closet our religion, but at the end of the day, I'm black first. So I don't care if you Aboriginal, I don't care if you Christian, any of that.
that.
We still black, and we're still fighting in the war. So I don't understand why we can't have discussions without hating each other. It's so weird. I don't understand that.
It's the For me, it's the identity crisis. Everybody wants to be a part of something, and nobody wants to be happy with who they are. And that's where I come
Mm,
into play because you have to know how to be happy with yourself. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to have a crowd of people around you, a group of people around you. Be happy with who you are. Take time by yourself. You know what I mean? Sit down, relax, get into your own head sometimes. You know what I mean? Don't go too deep into it, but get into it and get to know who you are. You know, don't get on here expecting to be validated or to be accepted within these cliques and crews. Be yourself. You are your
mm,
best ally. You know what I mean? And
right.
that's the type of stuff that I would throw out there. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You need to take care of your unit first. Your unit is your body. You know, you take care of yourself, then you can teach your brother and sister how to take care of themselves. And you do it by setting an example instead of just talking about it. You can actually be it. And that's where I come from. You know what I mean? As far as my talking points. But I still hear the arguing, the cussing, the back and forth, the threatening each other and getting on panels and over talking each other to where you can't even hear. You know what I mean?
Mm-mm.
I get mad, I don't subscribe, man. I get mad, I don't subscribe so fast. Like I can't do it. And brothers, you know what I'm saying. I know all of us in here that's on the chat and on the panel. We all experience the foolishness, man.
Yeah.
Right, right. Yeah, I call that ghetto mentality. That's what I call
Mm,
a ghetto mindset, man. If you don't know how to, especially if you're a man, and I didn't see
mm,
some very effeminate men on here
Mm.
that made me just, I was like, my God, why are women supporting this shit? Like I pull up on you. Well, I'm like, bro, you don't even know this man. Why do you have so much
mm,
anger towards this man? You don't know him. You guys are just talking like, I mean, at the end of the day, fam, we have to look at it like this. We're all talking through phones and we're all talking
mm.
from different places in the country. So the odds of us pulling up on each other is probably slim to none. I mean, I don't want to meet a man for the first time on YouTube. I would rather meet a woman. You
Right.
know what I mean? So
Right,
I'm not
right.
gonna waste too much energy on a man. And if anything, I want to see why this man is so angry. Why do you hate me so much? Why is it at this point? You know what I mean? This is very immature, childlike, bro. Like I'm a man, you're a man. Act like a man. Conduct yourself, man. But it's
Mhm.
crazy, man. Like I've never seen so many effeminate men on here. It's a lot of males, I should say, on here, man. They just yell and scream and I'm like, wow, it's fucking crazy
Yeah.
on here, man.
Everybody's
That's
fighting to get that recognition and attention, man. That's what it is. And I seen it. I mean, everybody's trying to get that number one slot. that
Hmm.
position where they're good in the group. That's what it's about. You know what I mean? Because I've heard it, I've seen it. You know what I mean? And I can't do it. That's why I just feel like I'm just gonna go solo and just go, different channels and just check it out. And I'll speak, get on the panel and speak in places that I'm comfortable speaking in. Other than that, I'm in the chat, just observe it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Definitely.
that's usually what I be doing. You know what I mean? Like I say, I've had people say, once you jump on the panel or whatever, but I'm, you know, I just always been I analyze, observer. Like I'm, what I'm saying, just sit in the chat, chill or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I had to. I contemplated on doing this live. I'm just gonna talk a little bit of mess. You know what I'm saying? Run my mouth for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm definitely glad I stayed on long enough. Especially for y'all two to meet. You know what I'm saying? Like Keith, if you was around when me and Dome was doing our lives over on his channel, I know you definitely would have fit in perfectly. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? Dome
Word
is very
like that.
intelligent. Yeah,
No
man.
doubt. What I'm gonna subscribe to this brother. I'm gonna subscribe to this brother. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
Realist, put the people on your wall, man. Like everybody that was in the chat that makes content or whatnot, because it'd be so many things on community walls. It's hard to pay attention to just one thing. But yeah, put this brother on there and the brother that did the autism thing. I definitely want to check that out. I'm learning.
Frankie
I
Blanco.
mean,
Frankie Blanco,
I
good
love
brother.
edu. Hmm?
I was just saying Frankie Blanco. That's a good brother there.
Oh, yeah, oh,
And
okay,
shout
yeah,
out,
yeah, 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 yeah. I'm
yeah,
not
shout out to
familiar.
my.
Go ahead.
Got good brother. I ain't even talk.
Oh no, you good, brother. Yeah, yeah. I'm not familiar with that brother, so I'm glad that I appreciate Realist for having this live, and hopefully more people could come up, man, because I enjoy meeting all kinds of brothers and sisters, man, different brothers and sisters, man, to get different perspectives and a lot of information, man, out there. So I would love to, just meet and network. I think we all should be doing that, man. I used to be so closed when I got on YouTube, and there's good people on here, like Realist was
Oh yeah,
saying. So definitely, put yourself out there, you know what I mean? And by you, I mean everybody in general. Put yourself out there, drop your links and, drop links for people, and recommend them and get them out there so people can sub and check you out, man, because we need information. We need
no
information.
doubt.
We need education. We need to learn, and that's why I do the when I was uploading, I did the educational shit that I was doing. You know what I mean on a lot of different topics of shit, and I like that. So we definitely gotta appreciate Realist for that, man, and give him his flowers for this, man,
Yeah,
for putting this together
sir.
tonight.
You
Word.
already.
And I gotta give a shout out to my brother Marco Power. Check him out. He's a content creator. He does all the numerology stuff. Breaks down different numbers and different numbers of ciphers. Brothers dope. You know what I mean? Actually, me and him, once I got myself together, we were going to do a breakdown of the sun and the moon. You know what I mean? And go kind of esoteric, if you will. And this is a good brother. You know what I mean? I'll see if I can find his link or something like that to put it down there. But yeah, Marco Paro, that's my good brother right there. You know what I mean? And I don't promote brothers that, you know what I mean, with the foolishness and all that. I only promote brothers who actually have something interesting to really build. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Definitely. Yeah, put all them up on your wall, Realist, so I could get updated, man. I'm trying to check
Yeah,
everybody out, man.
I
I'm
dropped
so glad.
I dropped a
Mhm.
couple of links in the chat. I dropped Blanco. I got him up on the wall, but I dropped his link in the chat. I dropped Keith's link in the chat. Keith's link in the chat too. Don't some get chances.
Definitely. I'm
Appreciate
gonna
it.
tap.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm about to tap in with all y'all, man. But I'm about to get ready to hop down, man. It's getting a little late for me. But it's man, it's always an honor to meet a good brother in Mr. West. That's the name, West.
Yes, yeah. So you can just call
West.
me Keith. You know what I mean?
Keith. Okay, I'll call you Keith, my
Yeah,
brother. Um, I look forward to seeing your content in the future, man, and hopefully we'll meet
Definitely.
again. And we'll definitely get on
Yes,
another
sir. We will.
stream, man. Whenever I come back, or if I
Yes.
come back, man, you're always gonna be welcome on my panel, brother. And I love to have because I
Appreciate
like
it.
to do random shit. You know, it's random topics. And realist, man, I appreciate you, brother, once
You
again, man,
already
for
know, bro. You
throwing
already.
this together, man. Definitely, man. I'm gonna give you your flowers now, man. Not when you pass, man. Now,
Nah, I appreciate
appreciate
it.
you, man. Thank you, man. All right, y'all be good, man.
You
No
be good.
doubt. Much
Definitely.
respect, do good, brother.
Yeah, man. I
Man, this is
appreciate
dope, brother.
it. Yeah, you know,
This is dope. This is dope.
like with me, I just pop up randomly, you know what I'm saying? And I never know, I might not have a specific topic or nothing, but I figure sometimes those could be the best ones because you never know what might come out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm glad you got to meet my brother Dome. Like I say, he been one of my day ones for a long time. I know you and him get along like easily, perfectly. You know what I'm saying? Y'all
Easy.
remind me
No
a lot
doubt.
of each other.
Yeah, I appreciate the brother's energy. You know what I mean? Just listening to what he's saying and how we were able to go back and forth and talk and communicate. You know what I mean? And that's what I need. That's what we all need. You know what I mean? To come together and just be adults. You know what I mean? And even if I don't agree with what any of y'all are saying, I got that much respect to do research to see exactly what you mean and still come back and be like, I might not agree, but you know what? I understand why you said it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, especially at the end of the day, all it really take is just that mutual respect and courtesy. You know what I'm saying? Because it's always gonna
Right.
be a disagreement. Like if there was more respect and courtesy on the app entirely, the whole app would be different. But it's just only a few who understand that.
Facts. Major facts, man.
I
Major
can't wait for
facts,
you
man.
to start. I can't wait for you to start, like like going live and stuff, though, Keith. I'm gonna be waiting for that, bro. For real.
I feel you, man. Trust me, I'm definitely going to get together. I'm not going to put too much pressure on myself because at one time I was kind of under the gun. So I was like, okay, I got to figure out what I'm going to do. Should I talk about this? And I was like, you know what? One day when I get a better pair of handsets and I get myself suited and booted the right way, I'm just going to open up and just say what I say. You know what I mean? And I don't mean that disrespectful. I'm just going to kind of open the panel up and just have conversation.
Hmm.
Introduce myself. Speak about my life journey and things I experienced, and just roll from there. And I'm gonna try not to regurgitate stuff because it's easy to talk about Egypt, it's easy to talk about Africa, it's easy to talk about this, that. This is all regurgitated. We all got books that we can go to a library and read. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's your life experience that you want to talk about and what you've learned and what you're still willing to learn. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So yeah, I'm forever a student, man. I can't be nobody's master or nobody's expert or nobody's whatever, especially if I'm not in my own personal life. You feel me? So
Definitely, and that's the one thing I always tried to do. Like, that's kind of what made me do a couple of those story times. Because, like, no matter what I'm talking about, for the most part, if I do content on something or if I go live, I'm always trying to at least make sure people can walk away with some type of something, walk away from something that they can take away from it. You know what I'm saying? That was like my main reason for doing those story times. So,
yeah, they were good. Trust me, man. There's many times, even at night, man. When I work at night and I just listen with one earbud in my ear and I'm just listening. I'm not listening to Bobby Hemmett or Phil Valentine or the Panic, just rip scholarship. I'll go ahead and listen to some of the stuff you're putting out and so many other different, like my man Marco Power. I listen to some of the content that you guys are talking about, and man, it gives me something to work forward to, listening to, and it helps my night go better. I mean, while I'm at work. So this YouTube and social media has its place. It just gets clouded with all the foolishness.
right, right.
So man, unplugging can be the new peace of mind, man. And I've been doing it ever since. I kind of unplugging or either going to certain people just so I can get something from it. You know what I mean?
Definitely. That's a fact right there too. Somebody else had said that where it was like there's a lot of good, there's a lot of, dope people with, dope intentions and all of that, but it just gets clouded from the negative stuff, you know what I'm saying? So it's people gotta just know how to just navigate and just, like if you know what you like, if you know what vibes you're all for, then they should have no problem, finding those people. You know what I'm saying? But the app is what you
Right.
make it ultimately. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. Hey, TL,
That's
what's
right,
going
man.
on?
That's right. Because
Cause
it's not about. Because it's not. Oh, somebody up on the panel? No.
oh nah,
I
just
was just
too.
curious. Uh, well, for me, like I said, man, it's not about me being upset at nobody or beefing with nobody. It's just certain energies don't work. You know what I mean? So I got to move strategically, or like you say, my good brother, accordingly. You know what I mean? Got to move accordingly on these YouTube streets. You know what I mean? I can't get caught up with the dramas, the rebuttals, the coming
Mm-hmm.
back and forth, making videos 4 or 5 times, going back and forth with the same thing. It's like, dude,
That'd be
move
too.
on. You know what I mean?
That'd be too much right there. Like
Hmm.
all making all them damn videos, to respond back and forth and all that. And like I said, I had my taste of it, but ultimately it came down.
Hmm.
It's like, okay, two options. Either I leave this app alone or I actually do something that's worth doing. That's something that's actually positive. You know what I'm saying? Something where I could get off of here
Facts.
and I could sleep at night. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. Facts. Oh yeah, the debates, the arguments. I never been in them, but I've heard them. You know what I mean? The debates. We come from America, we come from Africa, we come from this, we come from that. It's the East Coast better than the West Coast. I mean, I heard all the debates. I could have easily got involved in that, but that's not my thing. You know what I mean? I'm like, nah. You know what I mean? But I'm definitely gonna put it together, my good brother. I'm definitely gonna get it going and go live. Because I know a lot of people who I do come in contact with and talk. They're like, oh man, I can't wait for you to start putting context. The way you talk, man, the way you put words together, the way you. And I don't get big headed off the shit. I really don't. I mean, I appreciate it. So eventually, I'm gonna put it back out there and just, give people, something from my perspective. You know what I mean? Instead of all the foolishness and arguments and debates, because that ain't doing it right there.
Yeah, it don't do nothing but stir the pot, because their intentions are off anyway. Then when they're debating and then they start to the yelling and all that, there's always gonna be a line that's
Mhm.
getting crossed, and the whole point is lost. The whole thing was to make a point, prove a point, or to just give their perspective or their idea of things. But how you gonna do that when there's no respect? You know what I'm saying? Once that line gets
Exactly.
crossed, the whole point of it just go right out the window. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't do the
Hmm.
debate thing. You know what I'm saying? A friendly debate,
Hmm.
that's one thing, but you know, a debate on YouTube ain't
Right.
really a debate. It's different.
And all it is an argument. They don't even know the definition of debate, what debate really is.
Nah, they
I
don't.
mean, I had to tell a couple brothers, I'm like, nah, you think a debate is getting in and who can overtalk who and who can say more words to who. No, a debate is just sharing ideas and comparing. That's what a debate is. It's not about who can, who knows the most, who's more expert, who this and that. So, I mean, there's a lot of stuff in here that people say and they really don't know what they're saying. You know what I mean? It's just something that they regurgitated or they recited because they heard it. It sounds good. You know what I mean? So I'm definitely looking forward to eventually going live, and I'm looking forward to linking up with brothers like yourself and so many other good brothers and sisters out there, man. Because it's bad enough that we look a certain way in the real world the way
Mhm.
we do. We're already under certain titles and labels as is. Then when we get on social media, we don't do no better. All the
It's
other communities are doing what they're doing, having conversations, and they're just doing what they do. We're the ones that are arguing and yelling, and we're being obnoxious. Not all of us, but the majority of us, and those are the ones that are getting the big recognition, attention. So yeah, can't get
yeah,
caught up in that, man.
yeah. It just it gets intensified. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. I'll never be able to comprehend it. Like I say, and Dome, he said it himself, like us being on here, as long as we've been on here, we had our experiences with certain things and all that. Just people who have been there, they got a taste of it and they were like, okay, this ain't for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel right, make me feel, because I don't like to offend or violate another person. We all gonna defend
Right.
ourselves, But what goes on here is different than that. It's not them just defending themselves. It's just it's on another level. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I say, man, act accordingly. You know what I'm saying? It's all about
accordingly.
it's all about the vibes with me. It's all about the vibe. The vibe is good, then everything else will fall into place as far as I'm concerned.
That's right. That's it right there. It's all about the energy, man. It's all about the energy and how you present yourself and how much. Because again, it goes back to showing how much respect you have for yourself. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
If you have enough respect for yourself to be able to control your emotions, you know what I'm saying, and demonstrate and articulate and show yourself as a decent, reasonable individual instead of being up here yelling and you know what I mean. And then it gets even because brother, I think there was one topic where me and you was keynotes on, man, because that back and forth about men and women and who got this and playing victim.
Mm-hmm.
Me and you were keynotes on that one, brother. Because I'm like, I ain't arguing. Both got it bad, but we're trying to compare who's more of a victim. Like, yeah. So we were keynotes on that one, bro. Like, I ain't even.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's like that's just it was just content for people, like when they like I say on here when they say like debate and stuff, or use words like that, but they really mean to say it's just content because this they know damn well they not really trying to like add to it or actually like find an answer to the solution. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
I don't get into
Facts.
things. You know what I'm saying? I feel like yeah, that's a whole nother story right there, bro.
Mhm.
Hey, how you
Shit.
doing, sis? Appreciate you.
Shit, I don't even listen to it no more, man. As soon as I start hearing something that sounds like a debate, I just close out. I go to a different channel where I just shut the app off and just grab me a book to read or something. Or go call my kids, or talk to my daughters or something, man. Life too short to be wasting it on buffoonery. You know what I mean? Hmm.
Hell yeah. Like a lot of people, man, look, they already be having their minds made up when they say they want to debate somebody. They just looking for a reason to get loud with somebody else and start getting disrespectful, start acting crazy on the damn panel. That's what they're looking for. Shit, I got
Facts.
parts of that.
Facts. They mad at their girlfriend or husband or whoever. So instead of dealing with them individually, they'll get on the computer and cloak the words up with a certain individual. Now they're taking their anger out on somebody that they, like you said, you ain't gonna see in real life. You know what I mean? That's
Appreciate
crazy, man.
appreciate you, bro. Yeah, man. Like I say, I appreciate everybody for popping in. Like over here, man. Anytime I go live, it's just I was just feeling it at that time. I don't even schedule my lives. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm the type of person. As soon as I get on here, I just start, talking my stuff or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I could probably start it off better if there's really nobody in the chat. A lot of people they'll just like wait for people to come in sometimes and start. I don't be doing all that, man. I don't be worried about the numbers. I don't be worried who be in there when I come on here. I'm just start talking my stuff. Whoever come in and support, I appreciate it. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Nothing but love. You know what I'm saying? And it's just that's how my vibes been. I just flow with it. You know what I mean?
That's the way you should. Man, look, I've been on channels with brothers who have panels, and they won't even start the content unless they have like $10 to $15
Mm-hmm.
set
Right.
up already. There's a certain percentage that you got to hit first, and then once you hit that number, then they'll present the content. And it's like this is not even content of your own. You're making a reaction video off somebody else. You know what I
Right.
mean? You're just rebuttaling somebody else's stuff, and you're begging for cash apps. When the people who are watching this content, they can go and do this research themselves and find that information. You know what I mean? So I done been to different channels, different stuff, heard different mess. That's why I rock the way I do. But I'm definitely looking forward to jumping on this panel more often with you, realist. Because you know what I mean. You're definitely one of the realest ones out there. And I appreciate you for what you do and how you hold yourself. You know what I
I,
mean?
I definitely appreciate you, man. I try to keep it genuine. You know what I'm saying? Always try to keep the vibe is is you know relatable as I can. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate anybody who supports because, like I say, for some people they got to be into what you're talking about every single time. You know, with me, it's always more about the vibe with the person. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a type of person in real life. If somebody I know, they're a cool person, and they're respectful, they genuine, they sitting on the sidewalk, you know what I'm saying? But like, well, we gonna sit on this sidewalk and we gonna both talk about some stuff because I rock with the person. It don't matter what it is that's being talked about. You know what I'm saying? As long as that vibe is there, you know what I'm saying? I definitely don't mind,
There you
supporting.
go.
I appreciate
There you
anybody who
go.
give it back, you know what I'm saying?
That's exactly how I vibe too. So I appreciate it. Like I said, like minds, we connect, man. We don't have to give ourselves a name or a group title. Just let the energy flow. I mean, those who know know. I mean, we don't have to have all this extra little fancy stuff to actually link up. You know what I mean? And that's what I've been noticing. That's why I rock with certain groups that I have. You know what I mean? So I'm with y'all. With definitely with you, Willis. And I'm looking forward to it, man, jumping on this panel again, man, and just talking about whatever. Yeah,
Yeah, I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? You're more than welcome anytime, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm like spontaneous. There's never no telling with me. Like these hours, like right now, these are the hours that I used to like usually go live, if not that early in the morning or whatever. But it's never a set time, But you know what I'm saying?
it's good. Good. It's good. It's real good.
But I
Real
appreciate
good.
you, man. I'm not getting ready to shut this down or whatever. Shout
Yeah,
out to
no
everybody.
doubt.
Shout out to you, Keith. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad you got to meet my bro Dome. Dome, you already know, bro. Hopefully you go live sometime soon. You know what I'm saying? Cause like I say, I know over there on his channel, I know you definitely like what bro Dome be talking about. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt. I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm definitely gonna hop on. Actually, I'm gonna subscribe to this channel. And man, like I said, I'm just looking forward to it. But I'm gonna hop down. Realist, keep doing what you're doing, bro. Take your time. And one thing, I'm not even a content creator, but one thing I will keep in mind, I gotta keep this entertaining, fun. Not like entertaining as in going and starting a bunch of bullcrap, but keeping this fresh and
Right.
never making this a job. You know what I mean?
Definitely,
That's
definitely.
something I'm definitely gonna keep in the back of my mind when I start to put out content and just do what I do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can't wait,
So,
man.
but I mean, it's coming soon, good brother. Promise me. I promise you that one. But anyway, I'm gonna hop down, brothers. Appreciate you, bro. Keep doing what you're doing, man.
Likewise, appreciate you, brother. Be safe, man.
Yes, sir. Salutes.
Appreciate you pulling up, Perp. Appreciate you. Commander, appreciate you holding it down in the chat. Appreciate you. Shout out to anybody in the bushes, you know what I'm saying? Kevin, Dome, Tierra. I know I can't see all the Shay, definitely appreciate you, definitely. Yeah, yeah, I try, man. You know me, I'm spontaneous. My whole vibe is it's gonna turn to whatever it's gonna turn to. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'll have a topic uh decided next time, maybe I won't. You know what I'm saying? But one thing it's gonna be is genuine, it's gonna be raw, it's gonna be real, you know what I'm saying? But again, appreciate y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that popped in, anybody in the bushes, even if you popped in for a second, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully you took away something, you know what I'm saying? You already, Keith, you already. With that being said, you know what I'm saying? Peace, love, and all of that. Hey, my favorite words I like to use, act accordingly. You already. You already, bro. You already. All right, man. Y'all be easy.